So I'm going to show you how to add a stoichiometry table to a LabTrove ELN post. So LabTrove is an ELN from Southampton University, and we've integrated a ChemSpider widget with that, so that when you're editing the ELN post, you can just click on that ChemSpider widget, and this will give you a tool to insert or edit stoichiometry table, and you just click on Go. So you can add a simplified stoichiometry table, or this will show you a more complex one where you've got a separate column for planning stage and an execution stage. And to add a row to that table, you click on Insert Substance, and you can type in all of this compound information manually if you want, or you can click on this button to search ChemSpider to fill it in, and just type in the compound name or the smiles or the inchy, click the search button and click on the compound that you're interested in, and that's automatically added everything to that dialog that you need. The next step is substance information. So the first row should correspond to a reactant with an equivalence ratio of 1, so we'll leave that as reactant. We can pick the state, and whatever we pick in here affects the substance properties that are shown. In this case we're looking at solid, and we'll leave the purity as 100%. In the next step we want the number of moles of this compound, so we can either enter it directly, or you can enter the mass in this case, and it will be calculated. So to enter the mass, you just click on this box, and this gives you a dialog where you can type in the amount and pick the unit, and automatic unit conversion will be performed. So that's filled in the planned amount. If we want, we can click on Show Derived Values, and that just shows us the number of moles that's been calculated from it. We don't have to do that if we don't want. We can just click straight on Next Step to go to the next step where we can add the actual amounts. Let's pretend that this is the planning stage, so we've not actually done the experiment yet, and we can leave step 4 blank in that case. And you can add additional comments to be added to the table here. So that's added our first row to the table. Let's just add one more, and in this case we'll add benzene, and this is a product. In this case you can see that you can add reagents or solvents as well, and it's a neat liquid, and if we type in the density here, that just gives us extra options later on, so that you can put in the volume of the liquid, and it can calculate the mass and the number of moles from that. So the more information that you fill in here, the more can be calculated for you later. Now for a product at the planning stage, all that you can enter here is the ratio, and let's say that we know that the ratio for this reaction is 0.9 for this product. And in step 4 we can leave the actual amounts blank for this planning stage as before. Okay, so let's say that we're happy with our stoichiometry table at the planning stage now. All we need to do is click on Finished, and that's added it to the LabTrove post. So as with any LabTrove post, we can publish it or save it for later at this stage, and then click on the Edit button to edit it at a later point. If we do want to do that, we probably want to add the actual amounts at a later stage, and instead of having to type all of this in manually and calculate it, we can again use the Insert from ChemSpider widget to do that. Pick the option to insert or edit stoichiometry table, and this time it's worked out that there's already a stoichiometry table there, and we can click on OK to edit that one rather than add a new one. And that brings up a window where we can click on edit to edit the existing rows or manipulate the table as before. So let's click on edit, and we're happy with all of the other information that we put in. We just want to add step 4. So if you remember, we were planning a reaction with 5 grams of phenol, and let's say when we actually did it we had 5.1 grams, and that's added that information to our actual amounts column, and it's recalculated the amount there. Let's do the same thing for the product, and this is more important because now we can add in the amount of product that we got, and let's say that we got the volume, and that was 4 millilitres, and then click on finish. So we've just put in the volume, it's calculated the mass from the density, it's calculated the amount from the mass and the formula mass, and it knew that the ratio was 0.9, and the amount of moles for the chemical, the reactant, with a ratio of 1, and it can therefore calculate the yield for us as well. So when we're happy with the table and our new additions, we can again click on finished, and it's updated the stoichiometry table in this edit pane here, and again we can publish it when we're happy with it. So that's how you add a stoichiometry table to a LabTrove ELN post using a ChemSpider widget. Thank you very much for your time.